Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The problem with this bill is it's going to tax small business people and consumers, and that's not what we should be doing.
Unfair.
I'm a farmer, Mr. Speaker, so I have a combine that I bought that if I had known this was going to happen, I probably couldn't have afforded it. It's going to be $823 to replace the tires on that combine with this new bill, and last year it was $24. And if you look over here in Quebec, it's $0. So we have a local food act for Ontario, and we're going to have to get that local food from Quebec. I think that's just not fair. We tried a few weeks ago to pass a bill called Fairness is a Two-Way Street, where we shut the door on Quebec. I think we need to open that door because we can't afford to eat our own food. These tires are just going to be too darn expensive. Keep going. All right. Fine. So it's not fair. It's not right. These are going to be the highest taxes in the country on small industry or even bigger industry, and we shouldn't be doing that at all. Also, this whole plan of setting up an agency at arm's length, the Waste Reduction Authority, we know from past history with other organizations that are agencies at arm's length from government. There is no oversight or accountability, at least not effective oversight and accountability. And when you get into a situation like that, bad things can happen. So here we have a group that we're going to put them at arm's length from government, so the minister will have no authority or power. They're going to be exempt from Freedom of Information Act, and we won't be able to call the Auditor General to do an audit unless the minister agrees to it. And yet these people have the right to charge taxes and raise fines, and it's going to go badly like it has in other organizations like the OSPCA, where all kinds of people are being hurt by a corrupt organization. We should be concerned about setting up an arm's length agency. He's right. So is the member from Timiskaming Cochrane concerned about setting up an agency at arm's length. Because in the past, when government has done this, we have very often, it has come back to bite us, to quote the member from Mississauga-Streetsville. We have a history of having bad experiences with at arm's length agencies that are not accountable, where there is not oversight, and this bill reinforces that there will be lack of oversight and accountability because, well, by definition, a minister can't touch an arm's length agency. By definition, when the Act says the Freedom of Information Act will not apply to this Bill 91, that takes away an avenue of oversight and accountability. And when it says that even the Auditor General cannot be approached to do an audit unless the minister agrees to it, again, we have a whole bunch of red flags there that we are cautious about, leery about, and I think we should not do this. This bill should be restructured so that it has a structure that provides the accountability and oversight that we're all three parties are concerned about. That's been expressed here this afternoon in a few short speeches. And of course, with the history of other organizations like the OSPCA, which I've mentioned before, where corruption has absolutely happened, where they can collect money, they're at arm's length, there is no oversight and no accountability. So we just don't want to go there again. So it's very easily fixed. I think we just put the responsibility with the Ministry of the Environment, where the Freedom of Information Act will apply, where the minister does have power and authority of oversight, and we can go to the Ombudsman, and we can go to the Attorney General, or the Auditor General, excuse me, to have oversight if there are problems perceived there, and we have more direct control over what happens. Thank you.